Hello, this is Vietnamese news service at 6 p.m. I'm Michael Liu and here are the headlines. Vietnam Business Forum held in Bulgaria promoting the soon-to-be free trade agreement between Vietnam and the EU. Hanoi's top scholars in 2015 honoured contributing to Vietnam's long history of academia. Now, first off, the 9th Vietnam Business Forum in Europe gathered businesses and Vietnamese diplomatic missions from 13 European countries in Varna, Bulgaria yesterday. The event aimed to devise methods for overseas Vietnamese businesses in the EU to cope with economic difficulties in the region. The focus was on three great opportunities for Vietnamese businesses in Europe: the increasing demand from consumers due to economic crisis recovery, the EU and Russia's search for new economic partners, and the upcoming free trade agreement between Vietnam and the EU. The forum also provided an occasion for overseas Vietnamese businesses in the EU to share knowledge and seek proper business solutions towards future sustainable development. The August Consumer Price Index, otherwise called CPI, in Ho Chi Minh City declined by 0.12% from the previous month, contributing to an annual 0.66% rise in the Southern Economic Hub's average 8-month index. The Municipal Statistics Office said yesterday that 6 out of the 11 main goods categories had seen a dip in price, noting that transport prices saw the sharpest decrease month on at 2.4%, driven by 2 petrol price cuts in August. Meanwhile, monthly price increases were recorded in education, post, telecommunications and restaurants and catering services. Applying high technology in agriculture creates many benefits for both farmers and enterprises. Most importantly, it will raise product quality, thus increasing competitiveness. As a result, the living standard of farmers will improve. Under the global economic integration, more projects in high-tech application needs to be implemented. More to follow.
Instead of growing pineapple or sugarcane on 1,600 hectares of land, farmers in Thanh Hoa Province, Yên Định District, switched to growing grass for cattle. This is a part of Vietnamese dairy production project worth $72 billion, and farmers play a key role in this. This is one example of many projects currently being implemented in Vietnam.
For the total 2,500 hectares, we use 170 hectares to build stables for cows. The rest is used to develop material areas. We engage farmers, support them with capital, transform technology, and guarantee outlets for the products.
According to experts, applying high-tech in agriculture will increase productivity and the quality of agro-produce. The national goal is to boost the growth of this sector to 3.5% per year.
Projects that apply high-tech to agriculture play a very important role in improving national competitiveness in agro-produce.
In remote areas, the land reserve is still sufficient. However, they lack investment to turn the land into fruitful soil.
We need more projects to restructure the agricultural sector of the country. This will be a win-win situation for both farmers and enterprises.
High-tech dairy applications by Vinamilk in Thanh Hoa Province will generate 36 million tons of milk per day. The quality will be improved to meet the competition caused by Vietnam's economic integration. Applying high-tech in agriculture is a key solution to boost the Vietnamese agriculture sector.
The Vietnamese Ministry of Transport held a working session with the Laotian and Cambodian Ministries of Public Works and Transport yesterday in Hanoi. This was the Vietnamese Transport Authority's bid to step up collaboration efforts to boost economic activities with neighbouring Cambodia and Laos. Vietnam and Laos affirmed that the two sides will soon finalise collaborative strategies for the 2016 to 2025 period. The nations also aim to host the Vietnam-Laos-Thailand conference to discuss a joint road traffic project. Meanwhile, Cambodia and Vietnam committed to collaborate on maritime transport. According to the Ministry of Transport, the transport infrastructure in the Mekong Delta cannot meet the growing demand of the region. The locality's key export products are agro-produce. Transportation plays a vital role in getting the products to the world. Improving infrastructure and incorporating the canal system into the transportation project are considered key tasks for the region. More to follow.
Many important transportation projects in the Mekong Delta have been upgraded to shorten the time for cargo traffic. However, in general, the roads are still narrow and crowded.
Infrastructure, especially public transportation, is a barrier, causing our production costs to increase, thus reducing our products' competitiveness.
Meanwhile, the huge potential of water transportation due to the vast river and canal system in the region has not been utilized. This firm specializes in rice export. These rice packages will be exported to Malaysia. However, they cannot be directly exported from Cần City. Instead, they are transported to Ho Chi Minh City first. If using trucks, each time they can only transport 25 tons. To cut costs, the export companies decided to use ships. Local enterprises want to export directly from local ports instead of passing through Ho Chi Minh City.
If products are transported directly from the Mekong Delta region, it will have lower costs from $5 to $10 per ton. So if it is 100,000 tons, the amount of money we can save is huge.
According to the Ministry of Transportation, traffic planning for the Mekong Delta will incorporate road and water transportation. In particular, Wan Cheng Bo Canal, a major project in the region, is expected to be completed by the end of this year.
We are working very hard to meet the deadline for this project. Once completed, goods will be exported directly from Cần Thơ instead of having to transit through Ho Chi Minh City.
Other important transportation projects are also expected to finish later this year, including the waterway corridor number 2 and 3 connecting Cà Mau, Kiên Giang and Ho Chi Minh City, or highway Trung Lương Mỹ Thuận Cần Thơ, expected to be operational before 2020.
Exotic Vietnam is an intriguing blend of many charms. This land is where all manner of stunning landscapes await like a visual feast, rivaled only by the beauty of its people and their abundantly rich tradition and culture. Here is where you can relive the past in richest color or live it up in the bright lights of the big city. With so much more to offer, Vietnam is simply unforgettable.
Welcome back to VTV News. Now, 98 top scholars of the university entrance exams in Hanoi attended a ceremony at the Temple of Literature on Sunday. Here, this year's top performers in Hanoi had their names recorded in the Book of Honour and participated in a conference. At the first ever Vietnamese university, the top examinees offered incense to the academic ancestors of Vietnam. Their names now stand alongside Vietnam's all-time exalted scholars. This group of distinguished students will be received by Deputy Prime Minister Vũ Đức Đam and featured on Hanoi television. These activities aim to motivate talented academics to contribute more to the society. A national flagpole was inaugurated on Chen Island in Quảng Ninh Province's Co Tô District by the Central Committee of the Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth and Vietnamese Students Association. This flagpole is 22.6 meters tall. Its base is made of concrete with a frame of steel. The structure's construction began on March 31st and cost nearly $100,000. This is the second flagpole to have been finished out of the 7 to be built in Vietnam seas. Not only is this a symbol of Vietnam's national sovereignty, it is also a way to celebrate patriotism and educate the younger generations of Vietnamese. A performance-themed romantic orchestra took place on Saturday evening as part of the Vietnamese American Music Festival 2015, featuring a variety of joint performances by artists from different countries including Estonia and America. The event was a great opportunity for local and international artists to meet, exchange and share a cultural experience. It also provided local classical music lovers with engaging and world-class performances.
This is a capriccio called Tây Nguyên or the Central Highlands, performed by a string orchestra of Vietnamese artists and international chamber players, or ICP. ICP is a non-profit organization founded on the idea of music without borders. This year, ICP, in collaboration with Vietnam National Academy of Music, aims to create a unique combination of international artists.
Most of us don't speak the other language, but music, of course, as you'll hear everybody in the orchestra say, is a universal language, and we can play a certain way, and the other person hears it, and they'll respond in an appropriate way.
The Vietnamese musicians that I've met and that I'm playing with tonight are very high caliber musicians, very well trained, and are wonderful musicians. I very much enjoy playing with them.
Two Vietnamese artists who participated in the concert are violinist Bùi Công Duy and Vũ Trương, a chamber music artist currently living and working in the United States.
Âm nhạc là ngôn ngữ chung của các nghệ sĩ Việt Nam mình.
Music is a universal language. Therefore, the language barrier does not appear when the artists work with each other.
Về ngôn ngữ không có.
During the performance, the domestic and international artists collaborated on a classic songs in order to show audiences the beauty in blending the many cultures of East and West.
Không phải có nhiều cơ hội để có những nghệ sĩ hay nghệ sĩ của hai.
There are not many opportunities for artists who come from different countries to collaborate with each other in such a high quality. During the performance, we can see the professional and passionate, the blending of two cultures.
Có thể là hai nền văn hóa.
The event is expected to be organized on a yearly basis. It is not only a platform for Vietnamese artists to meet and exchange with those from other countries, but it also provides Vietnamese classic music lovers with an interesting and world-class performance.
An exhibition dedicated to Cham culture in the South Central Coastal Province of Ninh Thuận is currently being hosted at the Ares Provincial Museum. The event features over 200 exhibits and 92 pictures depicting the beauty of the Cham people in Ninh Thuận Province. These exhibits include documents written on various textures, traditional attires, sculptures and homewares. More notably, this is also the first time visitors can behold recently unearthed findings from the excavation project at Hoa Lai Tower, the oldest and most beautiful Champa tower in Vietnam. The exhibition is part of a series of events to celebrate the 70th year of the August Revolution and National Day and will run until November the 15th, 2015. Now, just before we say goodbye, let's take a look at the latest weather forecast. That's it for our newscast. Now, please check out v34.vn or youtube.com/v4go for more of our content. Goodbye for now, and thanks for stopping by.